Oh, good evening. Nice to be here again. It's pouring rain here in the south, which is some respects very good because it'll hopefully get rid of some of that heat. It's been ridiculously hot here, so it's yeah, change from one extreme to the other. So what have I been doing? Oh, first things first. Well, as I always do, first things first, a few new subscribers, so I will thank them personally. No particular order. Andrew Shaw Models, Tank Buster Scale Modelling, Minnie Warmott, Patrick Rafferty and McT. Thank you all very much for subscribing. If anybody's subscribed and I've not mentioned you, forgive me. I'm grateful anyway, as I always say when I come on here. So what have I been doing since last we spoke? Not a lot, actually. Felt that great, so consequently things haven't got done. I've just been lounging around, and when I have felt something like it, I've sort of been enjoying some of the nice weather. Our 1/72nd scale buildings that we were doing, the low relief buildings by Superquick, first one's done apart from the base, because I've all but run out of building material, card, so I've had to send away for some card. But our first one is sort of done. So that's not too bad a building, but it does need a base, as you can see. That's really all. That piece there, it's really all that's left of the original kit. All the rest of it is me, because the bottom part of the front, which was supposed to be sort of like an arcade type thing, I took that out, turned it into this. It's a quite nice Georgian house, so quite pleased with that. The only thing I was disappointed with was there was no glazing material for the windows, but I had that here. Luckily enough, I had a couple of packs of that here, so I glazed the windows just to give it an extra something. So yeah, not too bad, that'll do. Be all the better when I get some card and base it up. I did actually think about putting some windows in the side, which I guess I could have done, but in the wanting to get the thing done, that's what I ended up with. But wouldn't look totally out of place in American War of Independence. It's almost sort of like a colonial style building, but that's that one. So I will continue with the second one as much as I can do until the card arrives. If I get as far as I can get and the card hasn't arrived, then I'll start the next batch of infantry, which, as I told you previous, is going to be a batch of Swiss. I got the figures here for that, so we'll get on with them if the card hasn't arrived. So that's sort of where we're at. You know, somebody was saying to me, or one or two people have said to me, have you ever thought of doing another period other than Napoleonic or World War II, which we're going to be doing, as you know, after Napoleonic? Have you ever thought of doing anything else, you know, like ancients or something like that? Not really. I've got to say, you people out there that paint Romans, they look very nice. So maybe at some stage, who knows. But the only thing that did cross my mind, and I may have mentioned it on the odd occasion, is Robin Hood and the Sheriff of Nottingham, for some reason. I thought I might do something with that. So this has been going around my head recently, Robin Hood and Sheriff of Nottingham. So a few evenings ago I went online and I looked for the Airfix Robin Hood set. And I managed to find a bag of them that somebody was selling, and they put, there's just a couple missing, but all the principal characters were there: Robin Hood, Friar Tuck, Maid Marian, who's on horseback, which is all moulded as one figure. She's not separate from the horse, it's all one. The only thing was there was no stand to the horse, but I thought you could do that. So anyway, I bought them. So then I carried on looking, and I found another set somebody was selling. And they said the same again. There are a couple missing. Robin Hood and Friar Tuck was there, but this time no Maid Marian. But the stand to the horse was there. Isn't it funny how things work out? So no horse, but the stand this time. So I bought that set as well. So we got two sort of packs of the Robin Hood figures in this emerald green plastic. They're actually quite nice figures. Actually, there's some very nice figures in there. So if let me put that down there. Some really nice usable come on, there you go. Some really nice usable figures. And of course principal characters. Brother Tuck, the Marion figure, and of course the man himself. Come on, come on. There he is. So very nice usable figures. So I'm online now and I'm thinking what can I have to go with that. So I went on PSR review and looked at different figure sets and looked for things that I thought would be appropriate to this. Sort of looking at what, 13th century. So I wrote down all the boxes I thought was appropriate. Now it's one thing looking on PSR review and finding, oh yeah, that's nice, or I like that, yeah. It's whether you can get them or not in reality, because you know, they don't make these boxes forever, and there's, I guess it's one reason model makers and gamers like us, we have such large stashes, because you think, I'll buy that now because I might not be able to get it before long, so I'll buy it now. Well, there's two reasons. I think there's two reasons why gamers have large stashes. A, because they're thinking that way, I'll buy it now because before long you won't be able to get it. And secondly, I can afford it now. So there might come a time when I can't afford it, so I've got it. You're sort of killing two birds with one stone. So anyway, some of the boxes I wrote down I couldn't get. I couldn't get them for love nor money. One box of 13th, 14th century knights by Caesar. You can't get them anywhere. I mean, I searched and I searched, and anybody that would have sold them to you are sold out. There's only one model supplier that I could sort of get hold of, which said, if you leave your email address, as soon as we do get some, we'll let you know. So that was sort of promising. But anyway, I managed to find that Zvezda do a very nice medieval peasant army. Which I was more than pleased with. So I bought 2 boxes of them to go with Robin Hood. And then I saw, I'm not a great lover of Strelitz figures, I have to say. I never find them brilliantly molded, but it's what you can get, I guess, in this case. So I found English longbowmen, and also English men-at-arms, which are not too bad, actually. We can do something with them. And I've got a couple of other boxes still in the post. Some crested knights, something else, I forget what now. So isn't it amazing how things, ideas sort of snowball from a few Robin Hood figures. So I was sat there thinking, excuse me a moment, I sat there thinking, well, if I've got the Sheriff of Nottingham, I guess really I ought to have some kind of castle. So this is late night now, sort of running into early morning. I'm now surfing the internet for 1/72 scale castles, believe it or not. That's how this idea has sort of snowballed. And I found that mini art do Very nice. 1/72 scale castle. So I checked it out online and saw some videos on it on YouTube and stuff. And thought that looks rather nice. So I ended up buying the castle as well, which came a couple of days ago. So I now have a medieval castle. So every video, isn't it? Must be about 9 o'clock, wasn't it? Yeah, 9 o'clock already. So anyway, I keep looking, and I noticed that Mini Art also do a medieval fortress made of exactly the same stuff, you know, made to the same design as the castle, just a different configuration of parts, if you like. And I thought, well, you could take the fortress and add it to the castle and get really nice model. So I ended up buying the fortress as well. So what I like about this, I have to say what I like about this, is it comes with quite a lot of miniatures as well, some useful looking miniatures. I mean, get the lid off the thing. That's just across the side of the box. You'll see what this sort of thing's going to look like. I'll show you the detailing on it, the way it's done. So I think you get this painted up. I think this will look, but it's very nice. A little bit flashy, I have to say, the miniatures, some of them. But I think they'll look quite nice, some of them. Keep quiet. Some mounted figures, I don't know how well that's showing on here. Ah, there you go. So some quite nice figures. So that was from just buying a little pack of Robin Hood figures. It quickly snowballed. But this stuff is way down the line, because I want to get these 135, 132 scale figures going. Once we finish the Napoleonics, I'm going to get them going. But that's something for the future, something I think which could be quite fun. Could be quite fun. And I did see on YouTube, looking at that castle, there was an Italian gentleman that made one of those castles. And it was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And I messaged him and said, "That's not the straight kit, is it? That's more than just a straight castle kit. What have you used in that?" So he messaged me back, which was very nice of him, and he said, 2 castles and 1 fortress. So I said, oh well, I'm gonna I'm gonna have to buy another castle then. I've got one castle and one fortress. But anyway, very, very nice. Should look good. Very nice detail on the walls of the brickwork and stuff, stonework and stuff. It looks very nice. So that's something for the future anyway, and something to think about. So if anybody knows a good set of rules for medieval period, I'd be delighted to hear it. 13th, sort of 13th century. I think Robin Hood was supposed to be around early 1200s, something like that. Because I have here on DVD. In the early 80s they did the TV series Robin Hood. I can remember the sheriff saying in that, quibbling about something, which he always was. He said, after all, it is 1211. So, sort of early 1200s, I guess. But interesting, and yeah, those. If anybody knows where I can get a box of Caesar 1/72 scale 13th, 14th century knights, I want a box of them because they look really nice. Really nice. I was amazed with Caesar figures actually. Charlie, can you move over a minute? Sorry, my buddy's in the way here. There you go, boy. I was amazed with Caesar miniatures. The range they do, I mean, it was just absolutely reminded me very much of Airfix in the early 70s. They seemed to do just about everything. I mean, there's everything from astronauts to Aztecs, conquistadors to fantasy figures to unbelievable. Just the range was phenomenal. But I can't get to Caesar 13th, 14th century knights, which is a pity. So anyway, I'm going to go and leave you all alone now and go watch a movie or something. Down below there's some more chess results for the chess challenge. I think about another 8 games, and there's an updated league table for those of you that backed the machine. So one machine is turning out to be quite a surprise that I never thought would be. It's probably the oldest machine in the competition, believe it or not, and it's just beating everything at the moment. I'm totally amazed. But anyway, I'll put them down in the description down below. Hope you're all keeping well and avoiding this virus. I mean, I know they're easing this lockdown thing, but I hope they don't do it too soon, because I think we're going to be here for a while yet. I mean, but anyway, I hope you're all well and avoiding the plague such as it is. So, nice to talk to you, nice to see you again. Thanks for watching, thanks to everybody for subscribing. We'll see you in the next one.